Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon Sleep. Let's head in and check out last night's sleep research as I continue on my journey this week in expert mode on Greengrass Isle. Feels good to be back here in the morning again after a couple days of having to come back later. It was also nice to get a little bit of additional rest this morning. I feel like I really needed it. Let's see how the report shows up. I'm always excited to see what the data gives. Full 100 sleep score, nearly 10 hours. Yeah, I did get that nearly extra full hour, which felt needed. Interesting. Yeah, felt a little bit more tossy-turny for me after the 6 o'clock hour. Biological clock, still thinking that that's like go time. And adds in a bit of it, but it looks like snoozing is the majority today. That's the case with 14% more. I'm happy to have it. Still plenty of stuff to research on Expert Greengrass, so we'll see what shows up with that. Oh, we finally got a 5th spawn. 25 million drowsy power. All 1 stars. Let's see who showed up. We've got Cyndaquil, Growlithe, Torchic. Alright, there's something interesting. Slackoff. And Natu. Aw, alright. This is a little bit more the variety I was expecting. Some stuff that I'm used to seeing, and some stuff that I don't typically see a lot of. I don't know, just about 8,000 Dream Shards. Not bad. All sleep styles I've seen before. Probably not going to see a lot of the 20% that I haven't seen until we get further on in the week. No one's hungry though. But for me, oh, Torchic's already fed. All right. Well, I feel like I already have a pretty good Growlithe. I don't know that I have a good Slackoff. Let's see what today's daily gift is. Know all the tools that we're working with before we start giving stuff out. I have a feeling this getting my future. So, we'll go a little off script. Well, this is at least was one that I wasn't intending on taking home. But I'm gonna, because Torchic was already fed. I appreciate the enthusiasm for the big hit on the end. Unneeded, but I like your moxie. Okay, and we're going to take the Torchic home because that is one that I am looking to get a better one of. And that gets the bronze badge, which means now that guaranteed skill at level 10. That's nice. Alright, that is where I'm going to wrap this up. That was already an extra unexpected recruit. Ooh. Yeah, Natu is the newest. So that should definitely be what should be shared. We'll leave that right where it is. Nice. Just keep stockpiling those Dream Shards. Alright, 2 skill checks today. Let's take a look. First up, Slackoff. No berry finding. This one's got apples and tomatoes and honey. See the red and it's just like auto-coded for me for apples. What do we have in the sub-skill department? Because you're a berry collector. No berry finding. Energy recovery bonus. Skill level up. Dream Shard bonus, Ingredient Finder, and Research XP bonus. Wow. This has all of the bonuses. And its naive nature means XP up, main skill chance down. Okay. Suffice it to say, that's gonna go hang out with the professor. Really needed, like, help and speed. Which I know is kind of counterproductive for this Pokemon, but that's what I need. Okay. Next. Torchic. Also a berry collector. Rash. No berry finding in that first slot. What's our ingredient spread? Mushrooms and soybeans. Not terrible. Soybeans are a lot, but can't get everything. What do we got? No skill level up either. Dream Shard bonus. Inventory up. Skill trigger, energy recovery bonus. Berry finding at 100. Ugh, and Rash is just not desirable. Ingredient finding up, main skill chance down. That, I mean, sure, neutralizing mint could help out, but like, no helping speed, no helping bonus, and berry findings way out of reach. We'll take the L's on these. They were both unexpected anyway, so it is what it is. All right, let the team recover. Get some nice sneaky snacking from last night. Marowak and Banette putting in a good chunk of strength. Basically getting that fourth meal of strength overnight. An ingredients ticket for today's rewards stamp. Cool. We're just on the precipice of the halfway mark of the month with 6,000 sleep points, so we're in a good spot. Certainly have what I need for my skill seeds. But it looks like there's some news. Yesterday was already some big news, so do we have Halloween news? Yeah, we have Halloween news. Alright. Let's take a look. Thank you for playing Pokemon Sleep. Beginning around the end of October 2025, we will be holding an event, Halloween 2025, Double Candy Research. This week-long event is a special opportunity to encounter more Ghost-type Pokemon. So that includes Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar, Shuppet, Banette, Drifloon, Driflin, Mimikyu, and Skeledirge. Also, during this event, you may meet an Eevee wearing a Halloween hat and recently debuted Ghost-type Pokemon. More details about the event are coming in a later update. We hope you're looking forward to this. Yeah, yes, I certainly am. So this is the teaser for the announcement. The announcement of the announcement. But we've got at least some information to glean out of this, which is good. Good to see that the costumed Eevee is back. Good to see that it's specifically calling out all of the ghost types we expect to see during that. And I think most importantly, the double candy. We all want the double candy. Ah, very exciting. Alright, well, not much more to go on that other than wild speculation. So, have at it in the comments. Happy to hear what you think coming up. I'm just happy to get some more candy because that is our last that's our last main event until we have Amber Canyon in the mix. And then who knows what we can see after that. Okay. I know it's been a little over 12 hours. How'd y'all sleep? 34 reports, not bad at all. Much better than expected. Thank you everyone for your continued sleep research. Alright. Morning's moving swimmingly. So, first up, yeah, we are. Yep, I got all the ingredients out. You can just continue to get. Alright. Let's cook. I'm capped out anyway. Still sitting pretty on a lot of honey, so have at least until the end of day tomorrow to just let that ride. Unless Pikachu pulls in some more, in which case you can just keep kind of drawing that out. But I am starting to get to the bottom of the non-direct ingredient choices. I would like to keep my leeks. I would like to keep my slowpoke tails. So, I don't want to dip into the honey because that is... Ah, there we go. We'll just get some coffee. I want to just try to leave the 2 berry collectors on as long as possible. No extra tasty, but just about as much dish strength from that as overnight sneaky snacking. So it's all working out pretty well. Pretty happy about that. And we finally integrate. Nice. Oh. Oh. We got a medal. We're hitting grade 1. 3 more handy candies. All right. Very good. Yep, you're all good. Let's get those oil out of the way for you. Forgot to get the Go Plus Plus on nearly as much as I wanted to. Still got the max reward though, so that's all that really matters. Very good. Alright, just the one. Everyone's fully refreshed, so that's fine. And we'll probably hit back on ingredient cap right before lunch. So, keeping pace, which is good. That is exactly what I want. I'm right where I want to be for that. That's good. But something that I do want to also check in on, because I don't do this nearly enough, but I think we'll see if Wednesdays end up being... I'm trying to just find a good time to do this where it's consistent. To get in and check out on our ribbons. You are at the 1,000. I got a little ways to go. 2,000 ribbon. Same for you. See if we've got anyone else. But Denny haven't gotten... Yeah, has not gotten fielded in a little bit. Been focusing a lot on those 4 ingredient dishes, so not as much room. There we go. So, about another 900 hours to go for you. Good. Well, I don't know that be getting a lot more. Unless there's like maybe like a psychic type event where I just really just want to just keep some berry collectors fully topped off. You should be getting pretty close. Yeah, that's like one more week of effort. Ooh. Yeah, alright. Well, come Amber Canyon, that Dragonite is going to be putting in some work. Alright. Looks like that is the Yep, looks like we've reached the end of the line. Alright. One new ribbon is one new ribbon. Which is why I like to go in and check on these every now and then, just to keep it in mind. Alright. Let's just check in with missions and we can call it a morning. Another rank for Great 2. Looks like that should be attainable. Ultra 4 is going to definitely be, like, that might be the end goal for this week. I'm going to be happy if I get into the Ultras. Kind of seeing how things settle in as far as, like, overall strength from things. It's hard to gauge when you have no area bonus and just, like, the cooking bonuses, and that's really it. Berries are on good track because I've been putting berry collectors on, so that's fine. Got to bed on time. Today was an unexpected recruit, so we'll see how the rest of the week goes as far as befriend Pokemon. That one's always wishy-washy, depending on spawns. Still gotta get the candies. I'm gonna see what else comes in through the week, and then probably Saturday. I think I'll have a little bit more time to make up my mind by then of what I would like for candy use for this week. Who I want to give that big old boosty to. And after tomorrow night, we'll have the Ghost and Ground types squared away. I'm going to leave Gengar on the team anyway, but I will want to start getting some time on a water type. This is actually a good question. What are my water type options? So I have ingredient finding in the Squirtle line. I have berry collecting in the Totodile line. The Quaxly line would get me soybeans and leeks as an ingredient collector. I have a really good Psyduck. It's just Cocoa. They're a skill specialist, so they really would just be getting a lot of that charge strength. Ooh, Slowpoke is also is a skill Pokemon, but has the more variety. Huh. Interesting pick, but I don't think there's anything that would be helpful there. I could put Suicune on, but that wouldn't be very useful, considering it really needs other water-type Pokemon on there to be beneficial. And I don't think I've gotten a good Mudkip either. They're berry help, so that would definitely be okay. It looks like I could really use a honey collector. That's kind of what I would like, is just a honey collector water type. Kind of fit my needs, or a ghost type What do our ghosties collect? I know what we got from the Gengar. Well, I know I've got Skeledirge for apples. Drifloon does not have the ingredients that I would want. Neither does Mimikyu. Alright. Well, there's some... There's some room for some new Pokemon to help fill in these gaps. I mean, I guess I just kind of want to understand what my choices are, at least for this week. Because I would like to get the main berry used as much as possible. But looks like I might just have to field Venusaur and just take the disadvantage on it. I've rambled far enough. Thank you so much for stopping by. I will be back tomorrow morning with some more sleep research on this nice relaxing week on Expert Mode Greengrass Isle. But until then, sleep well.